Hi everyone, it's Nesrin, Wisdom Visionary, here with the Way Within Divine Messages. Today we're having the opportunity to explore part 2 of the Universal Year 2026, including the personal year of 4, 5, and 6. I repeat, I'm going to say it one more time. Universal Year, including personal year 4, 5, and 6, part 2. So we've got the Diaz deck, and we're just going to continue off where we were yesterday. For those of you that are new to this part, I am a intuitive, psychic, medium, channeler. I also do tarot, use 5 clairs, and past lives, as well as contact with those that have passed on. I'm also an empath, and I've been doing this professionally for 35, but it all started way back in 1984. It's around 40 years ago. So let's get started. I'm just going to bring out the math calculation in order so that you can find out what your universal year is. Birthday of person and personal year. So first we start off with the year 2026, and you're adding up all the numbers. So 2026 adds up to a 10 equals a 1. That's your one universal year. Birthday of person is incredibly important, otherwise you will not know what their personal year is going to be. So let's just say hypothetically March 3rd, 1965, add up the month, the day, 1965 adds up to a 27-9. We won't be needing the destiny number. What's really important in this respect is just to get the month and the day. So we're going to bring it down into the calculation for the personal year. March 3rd, 2026. You're bringing that 2026, taking away the 1965. Adding up the month and the day, so 3 and 3, 2026 adds up to a 16-7. So that would be this person's personal year. But because we're working with 4, 5, and 6, if you fit into that category, this is your part 2. So let's start. I'm just going to shuffle the Diaz deck. So we're working with a universal year 1, a personal year 4. And I've already set up the energy, bringing in the highest of the high, the most beloved, God, source, higher power, whatever you'd like to call it is, that is your connected, trusted connection, belief, person. Also bringing in the angelic realm, the ascended masters, those that have passed on, your ancestral family, and our pets that have passed on, animal guides. And I ask that at this time we do a reading for Universal Year 1, Personal Year 4. Thank you. And I do a specific kind of hand. It's kind of like a mini Celtic cross, and I lay over it 4 times, and then we read the cards. So here we have for those people, I'm going to call you 1-4s, inwardly, and it's interesting how we've received a 4, which is devotion, light. The stone has its eyes closed. There is a light above it. So we're going to look at it from the vantage point of emotions and or spiritual connection within. So this person is developing their spiritual skills, their cognitive skills in intuition, cognition. There are many, many forms of intuition. You can have it, these are the clairs, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience. Hear, feel, taste, touch, feel, see. Okay? So this is light. Light can be interpreted in many ways. So it's a form of devotion. Light being used as an alternative form of calling it God or source. So you're coming more into this particular year of a new beginning, universal year, developing your spiritual connection with Source. On the outside, the peripheral, the world around you and how it influences you at this particular time is a need for balance. So it's pushing you, prodding you, poking you to learn the lesson of being careful what to say, how to say it, when to say it within a given situation that you're involved in. So being a 4 personal year is building new foundations, but also discipline, being circumspect, putting boundaries around yourself and within situations that you're involved in. New beginnings in foundation building. I'm just going to shuffle the cards. And I'm doing a cut 3 times to the left. 1, 2, 3. I'm just waiting. Okay, it wants to go to the left. All right, so we're spreading this out. Whoops, in the center. Has to do with relationships. I'm not going to read the cards until I've got the 4 layers on top of it. So this is for your 1/4s. And we're going to lay over another hand. An expansion of hands. So here we have the card that was on the external, now it's on the internal. So a need now, and 1 and 1 add up to a 2. So relationships, sparkling ideas. The higher end of an 11 is you're using your intuition, your downloads from God's source, giving you the impetus to go out and do inspiration, light bulb above the head. If it's a 2, sometimes we can become dependent. So it could mean a bit of prudence in the way in which, like imagination, balanced in the way in which you're using these tools, imagination, intuition. But on the darker side, it could be just balancing out addictions. So finding a way to rein them in and or confront them, deal with them, do some shadow work, finding the balance point. Okay, so the stone is in front of the head, allowing you to see things maybe that you weren't able to see before, giving prudence to the situation emotionally. Externally, you're learning, you're listening to an instructor or a guru, somebody who is inspiring you at this present moment in time. You're listening and learning, also at the same time exchanging information. So you're being influenced, hopefully, hopefully positively. It is a 16-7, so there is a learning aspect to this. 16 is considered a mid-number, a number of either being like a teenager or making the decision to maturate within a situation. This is a little bit of a tough one to explain. As I go along with the series, you're going to learn more and more about the teens, karmic teens. So it's the point between the old and the new. You have a choice between going backwards or going forwards, yes or no. So in this case, it's having to learn, not actually having to. I mean, there's a bit of pressure here to learn, but not that much. Just when you take in information, make sure that it resonates intuitively inside of you before you take it in. So prudence with the decision of information. Don't just believe everything you hear. All right, so this is what's happening on your peripheral. So this is the second hand. Shuffle and cut. All right, let's go over on the right side. Laying it over for the 1/4s. Pulling this down so don't cover things up. I'm getting a bit of a quieter energy with you 1/4s. It's more subdued. It isn't a jumpy energy. I'm also picking up that someone might have a headache or some pressure in the head. So if anyone wants to have a reading, I can help you get to the essence of the issue within the pain. That's what I do. I'm able to pull out the issue from the area that is bothering you in a painful way. And it can be resolved, opened up, and then released. So just quickly, if you're interested in having a reading, this is the QR code for the PayPal, and or go into the description on YouTube and the links will be there both for the email and for payment. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a bit. So third layover of the 1-4 spread. And it's jumpy. All right, so here we have on the third layover, the expression expansion of hand is contribution. So you are thinking about, let's put it this way. How will you contribute to your world emotionally in this particular instance? It's an inward card, it's emotional. So I'm getting possibly social work here. Someone's thinking about doing social work. A 3 and 1 add up to a 4. It's a high aspected 4. So you could be thinking, okay, well, I might want to go to school for social work. I'm just saying it's a possibility. That's what you're thinking. So some kind of contribution using your experience with emotions. And here we have on the externalized world, the world around you is nudging you to get all of your ducks in a row. You can see the stones are coming together in a ball. The stone that looks like a human or a person has their eyes closed and they're thinking hard about what it is, where it is, how it is, where they want to go, what they want to do, putting everything into order to get ready to move forward. So you're being readied to lay the new foundation monetarily, and you're going to be building upon something new. Remember, it's a new beginning, so it's new beginning foundation. Are you building a house? Are you going to school? Have you started a new relationship in which you want to build a new home? Maybe you're buying a home. So it's also, let's take a look at it from this perspective. Maybe you're entering the military. Maybe you are going to officer school. Maybe you're starting a construction job, or you're learning heavy machinery. Something in which you need discipline and focus. And it's a long-term contract, long-term job description. So it's your planning, creating, moving forward, focusing, using discipline to get there, study. Anything of that nature is what happens in a 4 year. So it's generally the setup, the beginnings of, the ruminations of that new foundation. Also limitation too, but not limitation in a negative way. Limitation meaning sometimes we have to work hard and learn something new in order to go from point A to point B on the journey of life. So it's giving you a new experience, new skills to take with you in life. So maybe some people are starting university, for instance. There are many ways of looking at a 4, but I'm going to continue on here. We'll get more. I'm feeling a lot of heat from somebody who's watching the video. So just picking up the energy here. An excitement, something new on the horizon. Maybe data entry, IT, AI. Someone's itching to learn, even possibly graphic arts, media. It's like an anticipation to go and study, to learn something new. I see someone also going on a aircraft carrier, so piloting, working on this aircraft carrier. It's quite large, actually. I'm getting the Pacific. So if anyone is entering into the military, and if you want a reading, contact me. And there's a lot of light surrounding this at the moment. whatever that inspiration is. All right. A lot of learning going on this year. Wow. Definitely a year of breaking out of old patterns, letting go of the old, and coming into new ways of doing things. Brand new, building foundations. Studious hard work. I'm going to read the whole of it in a second, so I'm just expanding. There's a lot of energy here. A lot of energy. All right. Fourth expansion of hand here for the 1-4s. 2 and 6 adds up to an 8. So 2 is relationship, 6 is community. So you're communicating inwardly, emotionally, something, some idea, some business venture, something new that you want to get put into place. It could be a work project. It could be something you're doing independently with others. Someone's putting paintings into a gallery, setting it up, getting it ready for a showing. Maybe someone's wrapping up doing a film and they're just putting last touches on the editing and getting it ready to be shown at a festival. So definitely connecting with others, and in that connection with others, you are emotionally expressing something you've been wanting to express for a very, very long time. I'm getting a film. I'm getting some form of art here. So just allow yourself to open up to more internal communication emotionally. Trust your emotions. Trust the intuition of what your emotions are telling you. All right? This is a new beginning foundation for you emotionally in this respect. Also, we have a secret that is going to come to you from the outside world. It's like you've been waiting a long, long time to learn of this. You probably know it intuitively, but it's not coming too easily. It's a 1, which is self, 8. It's monetarily, materialism, positive. Could also be adventure. But at the same time, I'm getting a bit of confusion about this secret. It's either it's a secret that's going to be revealed to you, or you're going to learn of it. Could possibly be in the workplace. It could be a partnership, someone you're working with within the workplace. Again, I'm seeing a film, people on the crew. Maybe the film has an NDA around it and you can't talk about it, and it's an exciting project you're trying to get out into the public, but you can't talk about it just yet until its premiere or release date. I don't know, but I'm picking up, you got to put a cap on it until the right time, or the secret is coming to you from the outside world, one of the two. I didn't mean to go so deep into it, but I'm picking up a lot of download imagery at this time for the 1-4s. And I also get the word dig into whatever it is that you're doing. It's time to get down and dirty with it. So if you're doing construction, if you're out there in the world, if you're a farmer or you're doing organic farming or something that requires you, just diving in with all of your gusto, and if it's a street job, or it's farming, or you're working in a warehouse or a greenhouse, go for it. Just throw yourself into the learning of whatever that is, or the building of it. Okay, a lot of light around this reading. Really, really, really liking this. Wow. Oh, I just got the chills. Oh, I'm doing the Whoopi Goldberg in Ghost. Oh, somebody who's come for a visit at the moment. Somebody has a female parental unit that's passed on that is wanting to have a chat. So I'm just letting you know, if you're interested, please by all means get in touch with me. All the information is in the description. All right, let me do this reading. It's really exciting. A relationship. So you 1/4s, there is a relationship. This is where you are, what it is that you're intending to have, what you're intending to create, what's already in your life. Again, relationships, thinking of relationships, learning the balance within the relationship, and possibly having some kind of monetary career partnership. So it could be a business partnership, you and someone else working together, creating a new business, creating a new project. It could even be a policy. It could be maybe you're writing a book together. I'm not getting the script here at all in any way, shape, and form, but there is the mind, there is thinking. So 2 is relationships, 9, creativity, ideas, putting something forth for the betterment of all. Another 9. This is the completion of an issue in which you've learned not to work too hard, or you're not working hard enough. It could be somebody who's abused and you're an abuser and you're going to therapy and you're learning to become detached and or to let go and learn what it is to walk a mile in someone else's shoes. Again, it's the balance point. So don't be too hard on yourself, but at the same time, find that balance of giving forth toward an effort into something. So this venture needs balance in order to be successful, in order to create money. Remember, we've got the 4s everywhere. So 3 and 1 add up to 4. So it's the harvest, new beginning, 1/4 year, universal 1, personal year 4. This has to do with a business relationship, or it could be a marriage in which you two have decided to invest your money and your time to create something. Maybe you've bought a farm, maybe you've bought a business. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there. On the external, this is karmic. So let's just say there's a bit of payback coming to you from the external as well. It's not a negative. This is a great card. It's a hard card, but it's a great card. 13, karma, return. You reap what you sow. What you do unto others comes back to you. There's some kind of movement here with whatever this justice is that's coming in for you. It has to do with reaping the rewards from all the hard work that you've been doing. Let's just say the environment is going to give you back, help you in your direction, help you create a new existence, and you're going to move mountains. It is your time to succeed within a 1/4 scenario. 1 being the universal year, 4 being the personal year. So it's not negative. If the highest card is at the end of the 4, it means that it's positive. You're moving forward. So 13 adds up to a 4, 24 adds up to a 6, existence adds up to a 1, and this is a 9, completion. It's kind of like just before the world card in the normal tarot deck. So you're reaping the rewards of everything you've worked for. So whatever karma that's coming through for you to learn from, it's helping you, push you in a new direction when it comes to how you're doing work in the world, your existence, a job, a career, and it's going to help you move. It's success, okay? You're going to feel so, it's like your masterpiece. Again, we're coming to the art, okay? So that's how the externalized world is influencing you. In the past, for you 1/4s, what have you learned? New beginning, organization, ducks in a row, a little bit different. It's just that, okay, you can equate it with the Fool card. You're starting a journey, and you can see how the stones go back. So you're entering into a time in which you need to travel forth into the distance. There's abundance there as well, okay? But it's a new beginning. You're laying down the plans to do something new within this foundational year. There's also standstill. 1 and 4 add up to a 5. So chaos brings understanding. Maybe things are not going so smoothly, but at the same time, there will be transformation. It's not an easy ride, but you're going to do it. You will achieve success and there will be breakthroughs. You're going to feel amazing. 30 adds up to a 3, and 7 is a sense of overcoming inertia, your fears. The light will shine through. All right, so this is positive. New beginning, transformation, success, breakthrough. In other words, you've done some work. All right, all of last year, maybe a year and a half, maybe more in the past. You've worked new beginning, transformation. You're feeling great. You've broken through to the other side. Okay. Inwardly, emotionally, spiritually, you've realized something, light bulb above the head, heat, realization. It's not easy with this emotional, inward learning that you have just come to this realization. It's going to be a test and a trial for you to get your ideas out, to put the new ideas into the world. Remember, they're emotional and spiritual. You're going to do it. Realization, test, trial, hard work, get those ideas out. So expressing yourself emotionally within the workplace, within the new, whatever it is you're doing, whether it's a relationship or business, okay? And then in the future, what potentially could happen in terms of what you put into the now, how is it going to express itself in the near future? So 22 is power. It also reduces to another 4. Ooh, we've got a lot of 4s today. This is a pretty happily satisfied rock with a rock on top of it, levitating a few feet above its head. It's feeling good about itself. It's in command and control of its own world in its own way. You've got something nobody else has, and you're able to do it, and you do it with such focus and such clarity and such perfection. Remember, no ego here, okay? Just be careful you don't go overboard with this particular new sense of self. Don't overexpress it. Don't give it away. Just stay aligned and centered, especially as an influencer or somebody who is able to give of their experience to others. You are going to inspire a lot of people. You've got insight to give within this new foundation, this new beginning of this new foundation. So it looks like you're an influencer. I mean, you've learned a lot about power. You've learned a lot about power structures. Just please don't give it all away. Money, your abundance, just be circumspect, okay? Balance. Influence and intuition. So a little bit of learning going on in the near future when it comes to power and your skill, and just find that balance point, okay? You're going to get there. Anyway, so that is the 1-4, 1 universal year, 4 personal year at this time. I'm going to move on to number 5 personal year. So I'm going to get the sheet out. I'm just going to get a little bit of water. So here's a sheet, again, for you 1 universal years, 5 personal year. This is how you get your calculations. So universal year 2026, add the 2, the 0, the 2, the 6, you get a 10. You're going to reduce it down. So you get rid of the 0, it becomes a 1. 1 universal year. Birth date of person in question that you would like to learn what their particular scenario will hold for them in the year of 2026. So I've hypothetically used March 3rd, 1965. 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 5 gives you a 27. Add the 2 and the 7, you get a 9. It's a destiny. We're not going to use this right now, but it's good information. Through numerology, you can find out many aspects of yourself. The destiny is very important. So, but we're going to leave that. We're just going to use the March, the month and the day. So let's bring that down. Personal year calculation. March the 3rd, bring the 2006 down. 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 adds up to 16. 1 and 6 added becomes a 7. Now, we're not using the 7 just yet. We're in the 4, 5, and 6. We're doing 5 personal year right now. It's a hypothetical just to show you how you can get your calculations. Okay. Also, I do readings. This is the QR code for the PayPal. I don't want to talk anymore. I just want to lay the cards on the table. But let's continue. All right, you universal year 1s with personal year 5s. Whew, the energy is high. Not that I smoke anything, don't do those things anymore, but the energy is through the roof with you 5s. What are you up to? Let's have a look, see. So I'm shuffling the cards. So a universal year 1 is usually a new beginning. Okay, everything is basically brand spanking new. And when you have a personal year 5. Oh, all right. So you started off, let's say the first 4 months, kind of thinking, you know, with the mindset of the year before, everything is just bombing along, and all of a sudden a wrench gets thrown into your inner workings, like the cogs in the wheel. What do they call it? The saboteur, the person that throws the shoe into the machinery, and things come to complete stop. They don't work the way that they have in the past, like say a 4-year. In the 5-year, things change. All right? But we don't quite know what they're going to exactly change to. So we're going to do a reading to find out what that's all about. New beginning 5, well, it's like double. So for you 1-5s, here we go, shuffling the deck. I'm using the Diaz deck, by the way. It's an older deck, but it is exacting to the point, non-emotional, intellectual. I like it. It's visual. It's very numerologically connected. Only 40 cards. And if you want a deck, again, they're not producing this deck anymore. Through Agamüller in Switzerland. Ooh, that was jumpy. I'm not reading those cards. I'm going to be putting them back. But you can get a used copy online. So you just have to go look up DS, D-E-E-S. All right. So this is the peripheral of the first hand for a 1-5. 1 universal year, 5 personal year. So here we have influence. It's a 1-6, added up, it becomes a 7. So 1 is self, 6 is community. You're influencing, emotional influence coming from source to you, your alignment, your intuition, you're being given messages, you're being inspired. Love this card, by the way. Now, lo and behold, I love that word, lo and behold. It just makes everything so grand. Movement. The externalized world is having you move in another direction. It's not something that you want to do. It's something you must do in order to go from point A to point B to point C to point D. 2 is relationships. 5 is change. We are in a 5 personal year for the 1-5s. So it adds up to a 7. Have some faith. You may not have a full grasp on what it is and where it is that you're going, but somehow you're going to be inspired and the externalized world is going to show you the way. So I'd say just have a bit of faith here. All right. I'm just going to cut the deck. To the right. Lay it out. And remember, I don't read these cards until there's like 4 layers over top of them, so bear with me. Another way of looking at year 5 is adventure, is speaking engagements, is speaking your truth, a sense of freedom. It's the skateboarder on the skateboard, dressed bohemian, different types of colored hair, being free, not caring about society. It's your sense of freedom from within projected to the externalized world. I'm a fan of the 5. I've got a lot of 5s in my name. I get the 5s. It's the alternative person not fitting into the box. So it's like step outside of what you used to know, the limitation of the world when it comes to the rules and regulations. Not that you're breaking any rules or laws or anything like that. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is you just doing what feels right for you, following your gut instinct, going with the flow. All right? It's a new way of expressing that part of yourself. You might not have done that before. It's all new. When the 5 is negative, it's when we don't want change in our life. Everything needs to stay the same. We're used to things the way they are. And let's just say the externalized world, those that are in the universe, the other dimensions kind of like to stir things up for you to move you along in a new direction. I've had that happen to me a number of times. We don't look at it as positive at the time, but after the experience has been had, we realize how valuable it was to have our worlds become chaos. Again, it's not a negative word. It's not a negative thing. It's our resistance. And I heard a ding from my cell phone. So bang, boom, perfect. It's resistance to moving forward in a new way. We might not feel comfortable with it. So that's dealing with a bit of the negative, but I see everything as positive. The negative always teaches us where we can start to see the positive within a given situation. A card just popped out, and it's the card of power. So 3, which is harvest, 6, which is community, relating with family, house and home, added up to a 9. It's the power. The stone has been cracked. So I see this as a very positive card, meaning cracking an old way of dealing with things. It's a harvest of what it is that revelation, that understanding. So maybe stubbornness. Let's look at stubbornness. You've cracked the code of stubbornness. You're allowing yourself to see, hear, and take in different situations than you would normally. Positive card. So let's get this 1-5, universal year 1, personal year 5, hand, second expression, expansion. Let's see what it has to offer on the peripheral. All right, here is a card of emotionally from within, you're not supposed to know. So it doesn't matter how much you want to know, you're not going to get the answer, especially if you're forcing it. Please do not force intuition to come to you. Just allow yourself to be a person in a canoe. There's no paddles. Enjoy the ride down the river. There's so much scenery, so many beautiful flowers and trees and animals, and you're not going to be harmed by anything. You will arrive upon your destination. Just be with whatever is that is meant to come to you. All right? There's no need for anxiety or for stress. Here we have somebody, or I'm going to place this delicately. Someone is vying for your attention. Somebody wants your attention. Somebody wants to feel a sense of belonging to you. This could be aggravating your emotions and you don't know where the situation is going. You know what? It's okay. 3, 4, 7. Are they your complement? Do you belong within the situation, the group, the people, the job scenario? Please don't push too hard. Just be yourself within the situation and don't stress about it. So things could be changing in your workplace, things could be changing in a relationship, things could be changing with your emotions within any of these scenarios. Give yourself some time to contemplate in meditation, have a bath, have a cup of tea, go for a walk. Find a way to have some alone time to just be with your emotions. Have a good cry. What I like to do, go in your car, roll up the windows and have a great scream. Just scream at the top of your lungs. Get it out if you have to. Okay? So there's a need to let go of something that probably isn't working when it comes to pressuring yourself too hard to understand the emotions of somebody else, maybe your own. Where are things going within a particular situation, a relationship, a job situation? You don't have to vie to be accepted, nor is the individual coming to you. Do you have to accept and deal with their way of wanting attention? Okay, so this is an awkward situation. Take some time out, be with your emotions, make decisions. Things are about to shift and change. Nothing stays the same. It may not make sense now, it will by the end of the reading. All right, we've got some light. That's always nice. This one's taking a little bit more time, a lot of energy. My eyes are fluttering. I don't know who's got a bit of a flutter in their eye. Again, it has something to do with stress. Maybe also itchy nose. Somebody is present who wants to talk with somebody else from the beyond. If you want a reading, let me know. For you 1/5s. All right, let's continue for the third expansion of hand within a 1 universal year, 5 personal year. Oh, all right, we got 2 cards that have popped out again with someone who is dealing with power issues and also skill. Be careful of how you use your power, but your skills are ready to move you forward in some way, shape, and form, especially within community. This is part of the new foundation. So I'm also getting somebody possibly doing policy, writing a bill, writing a law, someone changing maybe a school curriculum. It could be many, many different aspects, but you are definitely rocking it and moving it forward. Just do it with the highest aspect of power, proper power, moving whatever it is that you have the power to create in the right direction for your community within this new beginning year, with all the changes that are coming along with you or that you need to put into the situation. Okay? There's a lot going on for you 5s. Very intricate. All right. So, a sense of freedom. The outside world is having you just make sure that it's balanced, but it's giving you the opportunity to go do something adventurous. Go express yourself in a way you've never expressed yourself before. I just got confirmation. Cell phone going off. So, freedom with a little bit of prudence. The outside was going to push you, prod you, poke you, all right? Just make sure, this could also be addictions, so just keep it in balance, do some healing work, inner child work, shadow work, all right? Find the middle ground. Don't overdo it, and at the same time, don't do it to cover up your emotions. I'm just saying there's a little bit of a warning here, okay? Use your freedom wisely, put it into balance. This is for the 1/5s, please. A lot of jumpy energy. All right. Expansion of hand, the fourth one for Universal Year 1, Personal Year 5. Please expand upon this questioning hand at this present moment in time for all those watching. Thank you. Once again, that warning of using your power, using your emotional power responsibly. Don't fly off the handle. Have some control over your emotions. And again, we're coming to the place of externally, there's somebody who wants your attention. So, all right. Let's have a look at this. You need to have some self-control. Could be a marriage, could be the workplace. Someone is coming in, vying for your attention. Handle them with kid gloves. Do your best. Don't use avoidance. Use your wisdom. Use your power responsibly. Don't yell, scream. Don't react. No drama. Use your inner power. Use your control to handle the situation. It's in a workplace scenario. It could be marriage, but maybe it's marriage and work together. So something is changing within the workplace and or within a marriage. Could be two friends who maybe are going in different directions, and maybe it's a little bit of an awkward situation. One is growing, one isn't. I'm just putting that out there. I'm seeing two people having a discussion. One understanding, one doesn't. Just self-control within the situation, please. All right. Someone is moving out of a house. Moving, going, leaving, packing a bag, moving along. It's the end of something. Don't know who, don't know who the individual is, but oh wow, positive outcome. All right, let's have a look at you, Universal 1 year and Personal Year 5. So there was a distance between you and someone else or situation. This is again within the workplace, monetary contribution. Maybe you didn't have a job, maybe you weren't making the money. It could also be that maybe you're planning to move on from the workplace. You want to create your own business. You want to do some traveling, or you want to go somewhere else to buy a home or to create a business. This was last year. You've made the decision. Abundance is either already there, has been created, and you're going to get more of it. So, sorry, not last year. This is where you are at right now. And this is what's going to be unfolding for you, basically speaking. So a change is needed within the workplace. The way in which you do things, again, you may be going to school, you may be doing something differently, travel to whatever place it is that maybe the job is there, but there's abundance for you, or you're seeking abundance, you're seeking ideas, you're seeking creativity, you're seeking more money. Well, it's a high card. Let's have a look at the reading and see whether or not this is going to come to pass with the new beginning in a 5 change year. So externally to you, okay, how the externalized world is influencing you. There is a secret. Someone is about to tell you something. Something has, this is a relationship. Something's come to a standstill, but is also in need of transformation. So we've got 1 and 8, which is a 9. All things will be revealed. The secret will be revealed. It will come to a head. So it's a standstill. Standstill meaning can't move forward without change. So what is it that needs to be changed and transformed? From the external to you. Someone is making a great deal of an effort. I get that they're probably free from a relationship, or they have the freedom now to make a different decision. Maybe they weren't able to make before. Or maybe freedom isn't something that they have to offer. Here it's saying effort. So they're making an effort to reveal a situation to you. All right? But if something is coming from the externalized world to you, secret, standstill, transformation, effort, freedom, particularity. Yep. This person is either getting a divorce, coming to you, maybe you were involved with them, they want a second chance. It's either in a work situation or it's in a situationship, relationship, affair, whatever. Be circumspect with, again, use your power responsibly within the situation. They're vying for your attention. Just take it as it comes, okay? In the past, we have tension, something breaking apart. You're feeling good from having left the situation. The tension's not there anymore. This happened last year. You've gained some understanding through your intuition about this karmic situation in the workplace or the relationship. Beautiful. It's in the past, though. You've got the lowdown on that. So inwardly, you are being tested, thinking a lot about where, when, why, and how within relationships, workplace, social connections, friendships, family, house and home. You're getting a lot of downloads from source here, understanding, and you have a greater sense of self emotionally at this time. But you're being tested to see whether or not you're actually going to follow through with that. But you have an understanding of who you are emotionally at this present moment in time. You're really connected to your spiritual self, and you're also getting ideas as to how to implement this with your friends, your family, your workplace, your social situations. Beautiful. Very beautiful. All right. Where you're headed in the future as a 1 universal year, 5 personal year. Heat, realization. You got the equation. You're continuing to use the knowledge that you've garnered. But please don't overuse what you've learned, okay? Remember to rest. Remember to take it easy. This is within a work or family, or it's a relationship situation. Don't put pressure on others. Don't speak up too much. Stay in check. Yes, you understand it, but some people might not understand you. You can see one is smooth, one is cracked. You two might not be on the same wavelength, whether in the workplace, whether family members. I'm getting a mother here. It could also be, again, a relationship. Yeah, there's going to be communication. Yeah, you're going to make an impression. But remember, do it with a lot of love and understanding. If it's not possible and the situation warrants you kind of taking a step back, you've got to learn when to do that. All right, when to take rest, when to go inward, when to speak up. But you get the equation about wasting energy. You're going to relate to other people and you're going to make an impression. So you could be an influencer. You could be helping others grow and learn, giving them experience of yourself. So a new beginning, change is on the menu for the year. It's not an easy transition, but you will reach others and help others, including yourself. So that is the reading for the Universal Year 1, Personal Year 5s. I'd like to move on to the Universal Year 1s, Personal Year 6s. And this is where I come in and say, if you would like a reading with me, this is the PayPal QR code. Oh, different technology here. It's all manual. All right. So it's also in the description in the YouTube channel. There are links there both for my email and for the PayPal. So this is the QR code. I hope that I'm not covering my hands over any of it. All right. And I am Nesrin Wisdom Visionary with the Way Within Divine Messages. This is the reading for Universal Year 1, Personal Year 6. Oh, for those of you who need to know how to calculate to have the information so that you can partake of the reading. So universal year this year is 2026. You add up the 2, the 0, the 2, and the 6, which comes to a 10. Take the 0 out, lowest common denominator, it's a 1, and there you see it represented. Birthday of the individual whom you want to have the knowledge for, or yourself. This is a hypothetical birthday, March 3rd, 1965. 3 plus 3, so you're adding up the month and the day. 331965 all together adds up to a 27. The 2 and the 7 add up to a 9. It's the lowest common denominator. So here we have a Destiny 9. We're not going to be using Destiny 9 right now, but it's good information to have. Now, the personal year. So you're going to bring down and replace the 1965 with 2026. March the 3rd, 2026, adding up all parts, the month, the day, and the year. 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 equals 16, and reduced 1 and 6, added up, it's a 7. So it's a 7 personal year for this hypothetical individual. But we are not working with 7, we're working with 6. So it's a 1 universal year, 6 personal year. All right. And what I do for you, 1 6s, 1 universal, personal year 6. I do what's called a mini Celtic cross, and I lay it over 4 times, 4 hands. And in that we get peripherals. To get information in between. Oh, we've got 1 card that's already popped up. House, home, family, within relationships, business, schooling, social connections. You're thinking a lot at the moment about these particular things. Okay, so the 1 6s are doing a lot of thinking. All right. This is for the universal year 1, personal year 6. It's the first. So balance in emotions inwardly. You've learned, you've garnered that information and knowledge through between 1 and 5. So you're in your 6th year. So it's balance, prudence, using your emotions with, you know when to speak up, when not to speak up, when to say things, when not to say things. And here we have relationships. So external relationships with family, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, cousins, uncles, plus lover, husband, and or partner. So that's what we're going to be really, mostly family, those that you are married to, those that you are connected to by blood. New beginnings. And 6 is about house, home, family, community. A lot of doctors, firemen, people who give service. It's a number of service. The 4, 5, and 6 are other-oriented. So learning the lesson of giving to others within those numbers. 6 predominantly is community, schools, institutions, learning institutions, hospitals, pharmaceutical, health, firemen, policemen, pilots, people who then give something to another entity. Okay, or peoples. A lot of light around this. Okay. Card that popped out at the beginning is the card at the center. So I don't read until I have got a layover of 4 different hands. So I need a moment or 2 in order to be able to do that. Somebody is feeling dizzy. I don't know who this is. Ooh, a need for rest. And also back pain. I don't know who's got the back pain, but it's a lot of toxicity in the system and a need for rest and cleansing. So soups, water fast, make sure that you see a doctor, naturopath, go see a medical professional to monitor your fast. Or you can contact me. I look at the issues within the pain. I do recommend, though, you also see a doctor. I do not fix people's issues. I look at them energetically, and we work with the issues inherent within the cellular structure. So you can find that information in the description to contact me for a reading. I will present the QR code at the end if you're interested. All right. So compensation of energies, working a little bit too hard, stress emotionally. This is within a home situation, familial. Something needs to change within the home. There's too much stress, emotional stress within the home environment. It's a male individual that I'm picking up. Could be a father figure, could be a brother, could be an uncle or a grandfather. Male energy for sure, or the male aspected energy. Yeah, you're putting too much effort into something within the home environment. All right, let's have a look, see as to what's going on. I do see blood. I don't know why I see blood, so I hope that there's no abuse going on. And if there is, I would highly suggest you get help, talk to someone, crisis line, go to a women's shelter, or find a place where you can have refuge with someone whom you can trust, another female or a friend. Or this isn't a nice scenario that I'm seeing, but it's something in which wherever you are, it's time to move along. A new beginning in a home environment or a marital environment. It's like, let go of the old, whatever the old is, it isn't working anymore. It's time to move on. A new way of doing things. All right. I'm getting someone who's shaking, the pain in the back between the shoulder blades. It's not fun. Whoever you are, contact me if you'd like. I can at least guide you on the path. Just sending you some light and love right now. It's okay. It will sort itself out. Breathe. And I'm going to send you light and love. Some angels and some guides. All right. And I'm just expanding upon the hand of Universal Year 1, Personal Year 6. Those 1-6ers. I don't know who I'm reading for, if it's a number of people. So inwardly there's a realization about a situation, emotional, okay? Again, I'm going to interpret this with the imagery that I'm getting. It's some form of abuse, somebody who's lording over someone else. This has come to an end. It can't go much further. I don't want to see you, whoever you are, that you're going to get hurt or something worse happens than what's already happening. Please get some help. You realize that you've had enough. It's time to move it along. You need more balance in your life, or to find balance in your life, to find some sense of relief from this harsh existence that you are caught up in. I feel that you can make the decision to move it along, but this is being put upon you. Inwardly, emotionally, you've realized you've had enough. You don't want this anymore, but it's being put upon you. Time to make a decision that's different, okay? I'm getting a lot of pain in my shoulder blade, bone into the back, hopefully not a dislocated shoulder or anything of that nature. So yeah, I'm seeing a siren. I'm seeing like a cop car siren or an ambulance light turning. So it's not a pleasant scenario. I don't know who you are, but I'm just letting you know I'm seeing this. So someone's either being arrested or somebody's being taken to hospital. Sending you a lot of light and love, whoever you are. Angels and guides to help you out at this time. The light shall be received. It's on its way. Okay, one more expansion of hand. This is the fourth one. Feel very soft, very gentle, very subtle energy coming through. All right, yeah, karma. Somebody is definitely a karmic partner, karmic home life, karmic experience situation. All right, and what we have here, you're in a place of finally coming into balance and you're done with this karmic situation. It's time to move it along. You're done with it. Okay, no more. Or situations like this in your externalized world, you don't want to have any part of it anymore. It's done for you. Move it along, especially emotionally. You're ready for something different. You found balance within. You're ready to move it along. Okay, here we have movement. Interesting card. All right, we're ready to read the 1 universal year, 6 personal year in combination. So these are where you guys are right now. All right, this is where you're at the moment within the 1 universal 6 personal year. So you, again, this card, thinking about where to go, what to do, and how to do it within relationships, schooling, social connections, community. There is a secret that needs to come out. I don't know what the secret is. One person is talking, the other person is not understanding. There's a disconnect, okay? But you're going to learn what that secret is. I also have here, it could be within the workplace, it could be about a job, it could be about money. So there's going to be movement within the situation, a revelation, an understanding, a moving forward on a situation that deals within this social strata. Remember, it's a new beginning in a 6 year, so house, home, family, community. Again, thinking, secret revealed, confrontation or contribution, contribution, and then movement. So somebody's contributing information to you so that you know, you've become aware of, you're better able to make a decision about something financial, possibly creating something new, or you're giving to a situation and you're moving it along, okay? Externally in the outside world, we have, again, somebody wanting your attention. Ooh, all right. How to interpret this? There are 2 ways. Okay. Belonging, power, distance, success. Either you're trying to vie for success in a way where you're using extra power and it isn't working out, but remember, this is upon you. I think it's somebody who is jealous of your success, and they may come from power or influence and they're seeking your attention, but they're at a distance. So this is all about relationships, a new beginning within relationships. Remember, familial, social, or marital. It's not exactly what I call a positive scenario. It's somebody pushing you, impressing upon you. So yeah, let's see how the rest of it unfolds. So in the past, with this particular situation, in this one universal year, personal year 6. All right, so effort to move forward, direction true. You've broken free from whatever's holding you back. You're using your sparkling ideas to move yourself forward. You really got the equation. You're moving yourself into a place where you can actually attain or have already attained masterpiece. Moving mountains, basically harvest, okay? Maybe you've separated from someone and you're living on your own now, or you're doing things on your own and you're reaping the rewards of what it is that you've decided you want to do within the situation. You've left the situation already. So what if this is divorce, or you've just moved it along, you've let the person go from your life, you're doing A-okay, all right? And this energy is continued. Also what we have here, this is emotional, inward, a sense of freedom. You have got that connection with Source that gives you a sense of peace. You're thinking about now what you want to do with your life. Maybe you haven't had a job for a while, or you want to open up a business. This is something new, a new beginning, something new, where you're going to be working with other people. You are manifesting your abundance. You are feeling, manifesting, thinking about how you're going to do this, and it will unfold because you're feeling it emotionally within yourself. So kudos to you. You're doing really well. Within the situation of one universal year, 6 personal year, you've garnered the insight for the new beginning. Remember, this is your future. Testing, trial. Now we understand the situation completely. There is a person. Whew, this is exciting stuff. So this is one of the best readings so far for me. I love it. Might not be easy, but oh, you have done the work. 1-6, you have done the work. Insight, new beginning, testing, trial, with relationships where it comes to the balance of power, okay? So no more are you subjugated, no more are you power over. Remember, once an abuser is an abusee, once a victim is the victimizer. It also could be you work too hard or you work too little. But in this particular instance, because of the other cards, is you're done being controlled, taken advantage of, used, and abused. You're done, you're finished. Now, because you've got the equation within relational, community, social, educational, and work relationships, you're not taking no shit no more. You're done, okay? But you're still going to be tested. There's going to be somebody who's going to come back from a separated situation, and they're going to challenge you. All right, so just know I'm in a 6 personal year. Actually, this situation is yet forthcoming, and yes, I'm also being tested. So I'm admitting my own situation here. But yeah, okay, insight, new beginning, getting yourself organized, being tested to be balanced. Okay. Awesome, awesome reading. 1-6s. Really enjoyed that one. That one was something else. All right, so we are finished for the second part, the 4, 5, and 6. What is upcoming tomorrow is going to be 7, 8, and 9. So it's the third part, and 7s, 8s, and 9s are philanthropy, spirituality, and the highest aspect of service to others. It's the Christ consciousness. So Stairway to Heaven, the mountain climber, and then we have the person that gives of themselves, the charity worker, the philanthropist, okay? So I'm gonna, once again, if you want a reading, this is the PayPal QR code, And it's also in link form within the description if you'd like to have a reading with Nesrin, Wisdom Visionary, and myself. I only do one-to-one. I don't do distance readings. It doesn't work for me as I'm an empath, so I need to feel your energy to be able to purport back to you the issues within the pain within the body. Also, how I read is intuitive, channeled, downloaded. I do past lives, and I also do those that who have left the planet and have passed on into other dimensional realms. I'm able to read guides, ascended masters, and receive the messages from the angelic realm. So I leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me. Satnam, Namaste, and blessed be. And we will see you for part 3. Thank you.